Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode of Bobson Rants while playing Team Fortress 2 badly. Haha. Now, let's see. What is it I want to talk about this week while I am playing? Well, there is some important news for my channel. More important for me and my ability to record. But I have finally, after all this time, managed to scrape together enough to get a new computer. And last week, put in an order at Newegg, and everything is being shipped over as we speak, as I speak. I'm not really sure when it's going to get here. It should be sometime next week. It should be within I think it's 3 to 7 days to get through the mail. And if everything goes okay, by this time next week, I will have a brand new computer with a brand new system and brand new hardware, everything, assuming nothing goes wrong. So with any luck, next week's Bobson Rants will be higher quality, because that is the main reason I've been wanting to get a new computer, main reason I've been wanting to get a better quality system, is so I could actually start recording in 1080p, because my current system, I talked about this before, is just not up to that. I can barely play in like 900p, and I usually record all my videos for YouTube in 720. But 1080 is basically the HD high definition standard for YouTube, and I've been wanting to get into recording it in that standard, in that format, in that resolution, that's the word, resolution, for some time. And hopefully the system I got, the parts I got, will be good enough to do that. And yeah, hopefully everything's okay and nothing's damaged in the shipment, nothing's defective, and everything just comes together. Because a couple weeks ago, I was actually talking about this, about me searching for a new computer, trying to find the right parts, find everything, and I finally did it. I did a lot of researched different motherboards, CPUs, video cards, power supplies, all that kind of stuff, and I finally put together a combination of things I think will work and actually function together and produce what it is I need. Because, yeah, I did decide to go with a GTX GeForce 1060, which is one of the newer versions of the video cards. I only got the 3 gig version, but it should be okay. I mean, they're kind of rated for up to 4K resolution for like large television sets. So if they're capable of going up to that, then they should be able to handle 1080p without too much trouble and without overheating or being a bit underpowered. I mean, yeah, if I decided to go above 1080p, I probably should have gotten a better card, but just playing at what the target is I'm going to be going for, that should be perfectly fine. And I did end up going with the FX 8320, I think it was, CPU, which should be a massive upgrade to my dual-core system I'm currently using. So hopefully I'll be able to play a lot better games, play them in better resolution, and with the graphics actually set up a little higher. Because currently, whenever I play a game, I usually have it either set to 720, which is what I record in, or I have the graphics turned down very, very low. If not completely, like, minimum settings, like I used to have to do when I was playing the Forest. I mean, if you watched my Forest playthrough, I was having fun with it, and I did get the experience of exploring the caves and fighting the tribal guys and all that kind of stuff, but you could really see the limitations of the system I'm playing on in that series, simply because of how low I had to have the settings on, how low I had to have everything turned down. And yeah, it's one of the reasons I stopped doing my Forest Let's Play, because the graphical limitations I was working with were just so low. I just was not doing the game justice, to be honest, because it's a lot of fun, it's a good game, it's a fun game, and maybe once I get my new system, everything will work out and I'll be able to get back into it, because there has been a lot of updates to that game. So yeah, speaking of games and what's going to be coming up on my channel, for the next week, I don't really think I'm going to have anything like new because I'm waiting for my new system to come in. I'm waiting to make sure everything's working right. And I don't really want to start a new Let's Play of anything. I don't really want to start doing new videos of anything until I get it in, until I get it put together. Because I did buy just the parts and I'm going to build it myself. So it's going to take a while for me to get everything set up, everything put together, get the operating system installed and everything. So yeah, basically for the next week, the only thing that's really going to be up on my channel is more World of Warcraft. For those of you who find it boring, I'm sorry. But yeah, I have like another 6 to 8 hours recorded already just sitting on my hard drive that I still need to edit and upload. So I have plenty of footage I can put out over the next week while I'm getting my new system set up. And after that, I might start looking at a new game to play. Hopefully, I'll be able to play some of the newer games that I actually have on my Steam account and maybe get some video of it, assuming everything works out right. So yeah, for the next week, it's just going to be more World of Warcraft. I'll try and get some more Don't Starve recorded for tomorrow and maybe Wednesday. But beyond that, I'm holding off on anything new until I get my system set up and ready for next week. And hopefully by next week, my first test into the higher resolution recording will probably be Team Fortress 2. So next week's Bobson Rants might actually be higher resolution. It might be the very first video I record on my new system. So yeah, but yeah, I spent the last few months trying to actually do this, trying to get a new system. Actually, I've been trying to get a new computer for a couple years now. And I recently started looking at Newegg, started looking at getting a system put together, getting a system set up. And yeah, I went through dozens of reviews, dozens of different parts and pieces and everything I wanted to get. And I kept changing my mind again and again and again because of some bad review or some bit of information I found out about it because of maybe faulty design or lack of compatibility, which was one of the problems I found with some of the motherboards not being instantly compatible with the FX CPU I was going to be using. So it took me a while to get everything set up, get everything just right, but I hit the perfect time over the past week where the parts I wanted were on sale. They were just low enough for me to afford them, so I went ahead and bought it. I just went ahead, placed the order, and everything should be here sometime in the coming week. So, yeah. And I do like Newegg. Newegg seems to be fairly cheap. I mean, originally I had thought about going through, like, Walmart, or even Best Buy, or some other local physical store that I could actually go to if something went wrong. Because that is one of my primary concerns with this. I'm ordering it, it's coming through the mail, and if something goes wrong, I'm going to have to spend my own money to ship it back to the company, ship it back to Newegg, ship it back to the manufacturer, to get it replaced, get it repaired. Whereas if I had bought it through like Walmart, I could just bring it back to the store and have them return it. And I could actually do that. Or if it was something like Best Buy or Circuit City. Wait a minute, Circuit City doesn't even exist anymore, does it? No. Circuit City? Circuit City's dead, isn't it? Large electronics store. It died like years ago. I think it went out of business. I'm not really sure. At least the one near me, near where I live, went out of business a long time ago. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just kind of concerned about something going wrong. I mean, that's a real possibility when you're shipping something across country or through the mail or anything like that, especially sensitive electronics. That just a slight bump or tap while it's being handled by the postal carriers could cause it to be damaged, cause it to be malfunction, or at least cause it to shorten its lifespan. So yeah, I read some of the reviews and stuff like that has happened, and I'm just worried about that. That is one of the reasons why I am really friggin' worried right now. until it comes in, until I get everything put together, I will not know if anything is actually wrong. So I am very, very concerned. But yeah, Newegg has a fairly good return policy or replacement policy. So, and if something does go wrong, I should be able to get my money back or at least get a replacement with any luck. But yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about because this is all I've been doing for the past week, working on getting a new computer, getting everything set up, and playing World of Warcraft. To be perfectly honest, I had planned on recording like the last episode of Shopkeep, but I just have not gotten around to doing it yet. I probably should have done it and had it out on last Monday, but yeah, it's gonna be the very last episode probably because yeah, there's not really much else to do in the game, so it's just me standing around having to get a few 100,000 gold to buy everything that's left over to get bought, and opening up that last room, opening up the last adventurer classes, next tier of, I think it's druids. And yeah, aside from that, there's not really much else to do, so I've just been putting it off, and I'll get to that at some point, but it's not like a lot of people were actually watching, and I don't really know if anyone was watching, to be honest, because they hardly ever got any responses or comments, so yeah. Anyway, let's see. Anything else I want to talk about? Well, something I found interesting on Newegg was I actually saw something odd while I was trying to get my stuff set up. I was trying to get like a combination of things. They have these combo things where you can buy one piece and then combine it with like motherboard, memory, hard drive, and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to get the CPU and a motherboard and a hard drive and all that kind of stuff, and it was a 4-piece combination, and it would have saved me a bit of money off the just individual retail cost. And yeah, I got the combination. I found pieces I wanted to get, and it came to roughly $309. But then I redid it with another thing being comboed first. So I think first off I tried it with the motherboard, and then combined that with the other things from the list, and it came to $309. But then I went back and did it with the CPU first and combined everything else, and it came out to $300. So I actually saved $9 by changing the initial item I was comboing with, and I find that odd. I don't know if it was, and it was the exact same combination. It was the exact same CPU, the exact same board, the exact same memory and hard drive. It was the exact same combination, model numbers, sizes, everything. And yeah, there was a difference of $9 based on which item you used in the combination first. And I don't know why that was, but I found it odd and interesting. Anyway, is there anything else I need to talk about? Not really. Like I said, I haven't really been doing much else. So, hopefully, this time next week, I will have a new computer. I will have higher resolution video for next week's Bobson Rants. And, yeah, hopefully everything works out right. All the parts come in on time. All the parts are functional, and everything is working right. And I can get everything set up. And next week, hopefully, I can start doing some higher resolution videos and maybe even a new Let's Play with a better game, like maybe something Halloween themed, because I have a number of Halloween themed games, like what's it called? There was some horror game I wanted to play, but my computer just couldn't handle it. I don't remember. I'll look into that, and maybe if everything works out right, I might be able to do that, if not this coming week, but the following week for my channel, just for Halloween. Haha. So, anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Bobson. This has been another episode of Bobson Rants, while playing Team Fortress 2 badly. And I will like to thank you for watching. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye.